Hello, Clamp K here. Welcome back to World of Warships. Today we are out in the Mighty Mo. We are on, I forgot what map. Shatter. That would be that. Uh, so to start off this match, I decided to head a little bit to the west side. Yes, the west side. A little bit out on the west side, and head down that set of islands down there. So we're headed over this way. You will notice the York here, who will play a role later on in the game. I give him a slight love tap as we go by. Just, give him a little bit of extra speed boost to start the match with. Perhaps he could have used it. I really did not pay attention to what he was at when he needed it. We also have the friendly Yugamo headed down this way, a Hipper, another Missouri, and there's a Tier Pits coming from somewhere. Oh, way over there on the other side of the map. And a Pensacola as well. So we're headed down this way, main down near like so. We see our first enemy, who I believe is the Izumo. Still holding fire. We've got the detection to hold on. We've seen now that two of their cruisers are coming up. Their Pensacola up here is actually showing a much better target than everyone else, so I believe I'm about to take a shot. Could be wrong. Nope, saving it still. I think I decided that the Izumo was the bigger threat. Oh no, he was behind the island there, and I didn't think I had a good shot on him. We didn't do anything to the Izumo, but was kind of just hoping at that point. We've just seen their... Oh, who is that? That's the Chungmu? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. So he and our Yugamo are getting into a nice little fight. Help out however I can. It's not much. Yugamo is almost dead at this point, as you can see. He's burning, all that other fun stuff. At this point, to guarantee that Chungmu is dead and I don't have to deal with his torpedoes, go ahead and pop my radar. With that, we decide to pick a fight with the Izumo. Now I burnt my repair party a little bit early here. I should have held off for a little bit more damage on the board, but enough people are firing at me and I'm burning enough that it is being... I did not waste any. Now this is my Iowa captain that I currently have on the Missouri, and I do a secondaries build for it. So I have selected the Izumo as the target. because of the angling we're going at. I'm showing a relatively broad side to him, but it's a little bit more in my favor than he is in, or than they are. They're sailing essentially broadside, I've got the slight angle. Here they are bringing us back into parallel. They've swung around. Still benefiting me. We have lost a cruiser over on the east, and it's the destroyer we lost. They've only lost the one destroyer. Now with the battleship as well, thanks to the other Missouri. But with that, I can start swinging back. Time to worry about the cruisers over here. Take one pop shot down that way, but then the Pensacola becomes my target choice, I believe. Nope, the York does. Here's where I realized that it would be better to go after them than to just chase after the Pensacola, so I start swinging into the east here. Or I should start swinging into the east here. Yep, here we go. It was probably a combination of paying attention to where the air powers, or the torpedo bombers were coming from, along with looking at the minimap while doing so. No, I haven't been paying attention to chat, but I know somewhere around here the tier pits says we should start pushing. But as I'm moving this way, I'm looking at the minimap, and I realize that they are pushing harder on the east than we are on the west right now. It might still be a little bit of ways that the tier pits calls for the push. Yeah, it's a little bit further in that happens. I believe, where's the Pensacola? Alright, so the Pensacola's turned around. He did that earlier, but that was because of how heavy they were pushing on the west, I believe. So at this point, I'm still all set to go towards their cap. We still have a decent hold up there on the east. It's not great, but it's not the worst. They've got 3 ships down by their cap. We can take care of that. The Yorks swung around. I don't recall whether or not he starts heading back south or not. And I believe right here is where I decide that it is more important to head back to our cap. They're a lot closer than we are to the... Well, we're actually closer, but they have better firing arcs on all of the ships on our cap than we do on theirs. No, because there's still a chance that we may end up being better, I decided to swing to the south of this island here. Go ahead and burn my last health consumable just to get me as full as I can for when I go up. And we have lost our other battleship up north, which cements my decision to head up to our cap again. So we lost the Pensacola, which is a bit of a shame. It's starting to turn north now. So here I probably should have swung up to the east of the island. However, I wasn't sure how full health the tier pits was. Having said that, you'll notice that Kangaroo Jack is having a fun time over in chat. He has our tier pits down in the south. And we just lost another cruiser up north, this time to the detonation. Alright, so they have gotten into our cap a couple of times, so even if we manage to go even, there's no guarantee we're gonna win. However, we also have the other Missouri down there in their cap. So with that, they have lost a Miyoko. So we now have the ship advantage up north. You probably have noticed in chat that Kangaroo Jack has said that we have a useless team of battleships. I don't recall whether or not he makes more of an appearance in chat, but nope, yep, right there. I'm focusing on the King George here for a little bit, but I am keeping an eye on that Miyoko up there as well. And I know I am at half speed right now to try and screw up any torpedoes the Miyoko is sending down this way. Actually, I may have dropped it more than, or lower than half speed. But as that's the torpedo boat, it is a little bit more of a concern to me than the King George. I believe our Indianapolis over there takes the Miyoko out though. Yep. There we go. The Indianapolis took him out. So we are still below on points. If I can take out this King George though, we'll be ahead, and as long as no one else dies, we're golden. We still have 5 minutes left in the match though, and a lot can happen in 5 minutes. So we have lost at this point both the Missouri and the tier pits down south. However, they have slown up any of the enemies from reinforcing, so it's still the three of us. Now, at this point, the Indianapolis is at about 4,000 health, and he just goes out right there from the King George. About the same time I knock him out. Alright, so at this point, they have the points lead. I need to head back south, and we need to knock out at least one ship down there. As I'm not sure which way the York is going, I head towards where I last saw it. Alright, so I'm detected by their air again. I don't believe I see any more of their bombers or fighters around. But I'm seeing the Rochelle over on the west. And this is where I start heading in towards it as well. Which ends up being pretty good because the York is right down there as well, and he's down at 6,000 health. Our York is sitting at about half health at this moment, and the Rochelle is at a nice 3/4? No, 3/5. Give or take a little. At this point, I would have loved to be able to hit the York, as Bing is saying in chat, but I was not able to get out in front or on the island fast enough. That was probably the biggest mistake I made at this point. I should have been angled better. I did luck out, however, so that was good. Not doing much or any damage at this point, but if I can start a fire, that would be worth it. I tend to treat my American battleships more as line breakers. I'd rather be up close like this and use my agility to change direction. Having said that, at this point, I have spotted the York, so I'm swinging around. Or, I have not spotted the York. It has appeared. But I popped radar just in case. I don't remember why. Maybe I thought I had another health. But that brings the York down. I'm swinging around. We lose our York. I take one torpedo from them, but he fired into battle he should not have. I mean, had he hit me, it would have been golden, but he only got me with one of them. So he hit their shell. Swinging around. I've burnt my damage control to... No, that was a while ago I burnt it. And with that, knocked them out with 10 seconds left to spare on the clock, and gives us the game. Had they stayed back instead of coming up for the kills, they would have won it.